Hey, my audio people around the world, good to see you back. Let me just remind you that my name is Paul. This is my humble YouTube channel, a place to talk about music mastering, mixing, production, sound design, game audio, and more. And guys, recently we've been into synthesizers somehow, so let's stick to this topic for just a while. But hey, don't worry, all the people interested in mixing, mastering, and other things will be back with mixing and mastering and all the other things, because this place is meant to be versatile. I like to talk to many different people as I do different stuff on everyday basis. And if by any chance you haven't subscribed to my channel, you're gonna find a subscription button here. Go for it, thanks. So, synthesizers. And when talking about synthesizers, I've got one problem that I never actually solved in the VSTi world. I don't have my go-to workhorse synth. And as crazy as it might sound, it's totally true, guys. I've tried many different synths, I still use them of course, but I was always kind of unhappy, or with the interface, look and feel and all the user experience, or with the sound it gave me, or its diversity, depth, or its versatility and stuff. And yeah, there was always a problem, and I have not found my workhorse so far. And guys, today I'm gonna make one more try to fix this problem, because I want to try VPS Avenger synth. I've heard a lot of different stuff about this machine, good and bad ones, and I want to try it out today. Let's go. My lack of a VST workhorse of my go-to is not the greatest problem that humanity has to face, of course, but it is a problem for me because really I tried to make deep friends with many synths. I made no friends with anything, frankly, and it slows me down. It's pain in the ass somehow, and I have to fix it, really. And this is another try to fix it, and it's going to be live together with you. And guys, I'm gonna show you what I've been through last couple of years, my VST synths with different types of synthesis, workhorses let's call them, and I'm gonna tell you in short why I made no friends with them for longer. Yeah, this is our blank session, and the first one, let's go Pigments. Yes, this is the last one I've been running, and here it is. And my problem with Pigments is that I never got used to its modulation routings and all this modulation concept. I mean, it's a really good one, and it's clean, it lets you work fast, but for some reason it was never my thing, guys. And I suppose somehow even that my general problem with the go-to synth is not how they sound, but how they look and how they behave, all the user interface and the user experience that slows me down. The tone of Arturia is very versatile. It's got granular synthesis, additive synthesis, virtual analog, though it doesn't have this edge. It's not snappy sometimes. It sounds kind of vintage and soft. It's like tending towards this, and I'd like my go-to synth to be more edgy, more present, more somehow dirty, raw, I would say. I don't know. And well, that's my quickest run through my Arturia Pigments problem, though it's a really great synth if you ask me. And yes, I do recommend you this machine. Another one, let's go Massive Axe. And yes, it's a step forward from the very famous Massive, which also I never made friends with, to be frank. And guys, also this is kind of cool looking, everything is kind of everywhere where it should be, but again, I never made friends with all this. I don't find it too easy, too quick to use. It slows me down. Also, the visual representation of what I'm doing to waves is not really cool, and it helps sometimes. Of course, I have to hear what I do, but some visual real-time feedback on my waveforms is cool in modern wavetable synthesis. And well, it's also kind of limited because this is just a wavetable synth with 2 oscillators. Also, the oscillator count, I'm not fine with just having 2 oscillators and 1 layer. I mean, no, that's not enough. Another of my machines, It's VS Torn. Dmitry shares some plugin Alliance machine, and well, I have to tell you that I really love this machine. This is like an upgraded serum for me. It sounds very fat, it sounds very edgy, it's very present, very modern, but also it is somehow limited. I create some bass sequences using Thorn, and that's it. Also, I don't know why and how is that, but this thing is kind of too small in architecture. Also, this glitch sequence here is great, but the modulation options are quite limited. I wish that Dmitry once upgraded this synth to something bigger. That would be amazing, actually. My fourth machine is Hive by Yuhi, and for the sound it gives me, that's my favorite one. I love the sound of Hive. It's really deep, rich, analog-like, yet it's really very modern. This machine can actually do everything, though it's just a 2-oscillator wavetable with 2 sub-oscillators. Anyway, the way it's designed, yes, it's totally there, but I have to tell you one single problem that I have with this interface. It's not consumable for my eyes in any way. I cannot program efficiently something that looks like this. Of course, this is all very subjective. Hive is totally recommended by me. It's a great synth, but it was just never my thing. I was too slow making my own sounds. And there's this second massive X-like layout, and I think it's even worse for me. And you might say that I'm like a crying prima donna in some theater or whatever, and that I have no balls as a musician and sound designer. Maybe you're right sometimes. But you know what? Yes, it is a problem. I have to fix this problem. And here comes the potential solution. Boom. It's called VPS Avenger. Of course, I know the layout of this synth because I've seen this on some pictures, screenshots over the web. I've read a couple of sentences about it, a couple of opinions, but I never ran it actually. I've got some also additional sound packs here from Avenger Sound. I managed to install them. I've got also some skins installed, but I didn't tweak anything. I haven't heard it. And guys, of course, many say, as I said, hey, this is too simple, this is just for EDM music, it doesn't sound good at all, it's a cheap dance machine. Well, on the other hand, a lot of people say, okay, it's a cheap dance machine when you wanted to make it one, but if you wanted to make it anything else, it's gonna take you there in seconds, in minutes. It's like a space rocket taking you straight to the Nodio moon. Guys, this is it. Is this my new go-to in a VST world? Let's play it. Yeah, of course, it's probably intended to be a dance machine by Vengeance Sound. Do you know Vengeance Sound sample packs? This is all about electronic club music. All they do, so this is their synth. But let's get deeper into it. The layout of this thing, I've got an oscillator here. I have a plus here. Aha, so here I can add up to 8 oscillators. This is nice. Okay, so this is an oscillator section, and this is one of my problems just being solved right now. Up to 8 oscillators. So it's gonna sound huge and totally complex when I want it to. Okay, this is the oscillator. This is the amp section. Filter, of course, I can have more than 1 amp. 4, up to 4 amp envelopes. Up to 4 filters. They are serial, parallel. There's a master filter. Shapers, wave shapers. Yes. Of course, again, up to 4. Drums, what's this drums? I've got kind of a drum machine here, modulation matrix. I've got LFOs, 2, 3, 4 LFOs per sound as well. That's quite a lot. Okay, so amp, filter, shaper, modulation matrix. Oh, kind of a small one, but okay. Here's my browser. Here's my steep sequence. No, this is a harmonic editor for my waveform. So DS Torn has got the same thing. Arpeggiator, drum sequence, step sequencer, pitch envelope, additional modulation envelopes, mixer, zones, system. Okay, I have to tell you, this is very well laid out. That's for sure. I can have an idea how it works, the architecture, all of it, in a second. I'm there. Here I've got effects section, effects 1, effects 2, effects 4 effects, 4 effect buses, each up to 8 effects. And I can have a soundtrack or master effects. There are some of them. Okay, guys, this really looks promising. The layout is fine. The skin, the generic skin is fine, but I want to change the skin. Cool. Nice, but not too clean visually. No. That's probably the closest to the look I'd like to give to this machine. And this is important for me because really I'm trying to make it look and behave the way I want it, so I really make friends, because mainly my problem is an interface and user experience problem, the way I program the synth, not maybe the way it sounds. Guys, and as always, we just gonna try to create a patch on the go. Yes, like this, and this is the routing of my... this is cool. So here I choose the routing of this synthesizer. I'm gonna make kind of an evolving sequence. That's gonna be my goal. Oscillator. I can change my waveforms with a mouse wheel, and they're gonna change while playing. I like it. I really do like it. Okay. LFO number 1. Filter. Ah, filter is off. Okay. Can I learn this with my MIDI? How do I learn MIDI here? Okay, I know. So, I move my knob here, like this one, and I drag it to the filter. This is the amount of modulation I need. Okay, but in general, I'd actually like to move this LFO work with my filter. Yes, I like this filter and oscillator, and this is what people told me about this machine, and this is what I've read sometimes, that it's got really great sounding filters and oscillators. Yes, it does. I can judge even now. Anyway. It goes to the same filter. Okay guys, I got it. Oscillator number 2 can have completely different routing. And yes, I can use filter number 2 for it. And I can use a different LFO. And this time I'm gonna need an LFO like this. I'm gonna make it dotted. Why not? And I need this filter to be modulated like this and like this. Okay, virtual analog shapes, freeform shapes. Wavetables. All the wavetable plays for me. So it's a sampler, it's a granular synthesis, wavetable synthesis, virtual analog synthesis, and it all sounds really cool and inviting if you ask me, guys. Okay, I'm out of LFOs, but who cares? I've got step sequencer, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 step sequencers. Guys, that's more than enough, let me say. Can I randomize my steps? All they say that it's both very easy to program and very deep. It's all true, guys. This thing is endless. Actually, it's very easy to tweak. It's pure fun. I understand everything that's in front of me, and of course, it's too early to say this is my new go-to, because I'm gonna tell you this in 3 months or so. I'm gonna mention it maybe in one of my videos. But I love this thing. I'm gonna save this preset I've just made. Is that gonna become my drum machine, guys? This is an interesting question, but let's hear some presets. Yeah, the presets are totally EDM oriented. True. That's maybe why they say that this is an EDM machine. It was meant to be mainly an EDM machine, even, I would say, but you can make it anything you want, my friends. I'm quite sure about it. And now I'm thrilled to sum the things up. Well, will this be my new real workhorse, my go-to synth in VST domain? As I said, I'm gonna tell you this in 3 months probably, but what I can state now is that this is a serious machine. I mean, I really sincerely did not expect such a piece of synth. And yes, okay, this is EDM oriented, as I said, but you can make it anything you want. Probably you can buy also preset packs, waveform packs for it, so it's gonna sound like whatever. So I wanted the thing that's easy to operate and fast to edit. Check, totally. I needed this to sound fat, present. Checked. I needed lots of modulation options. Checked. I needed to be versatile. Checked. What else? I mean, sounds like everything is really there, guys. And yes, totally. I totally recommend you this. Take a look at it. Take a look at some preset packs maybe for your genre. I believe there's more than just EDM music and dubstep music. And guys, I'm gonna tweak it now more. And yeah, I'm gonna talk to you again in 3 months or so. For now, take care, see you soon. I hope you liked it. I did. Bye.